Yo, yo, it's episode 2 starring you know who, the Barefoot Editors, day 3 of October. We're making grown-up mac and cheese. Don't fret, don't buckle your knees. Grab your pots and your pans, start waving your hands. We're about to begin, so come on in.
And welcome to my kitchen.
5 years time we could be walking around a zoo with the sun shining down over me and you, and there'll be love in the bodies of the elephants too, and I'll put my hands over your eyes but you'll peek through, and there'll be sun, sun, sun all over our bodies, and sun, sun, sun all down our necks, and there'll be sun, sun, sun.
So today we are making grown-up mac and cheese, and what we want to do first is we need the macaroni. So you can use elbow macaroni, or right here I have cantellini, and you can do whatever you want. You need 4 cups, and then you want to start the water boiling. And once the water is boiling, then you add the salt and also some vegetable oil. And the vegetable oil helps to keep the pasta from sticking together. Add all the pasta. And then you want it to return back to a boil. And once it does that, which it's kind of already doing, you look at the box and it says to cook for about 11 minutes. I'm going to set it for about 9 because we want pasta al dente. You don't want to overcook because that would be kind of gross.
Hey, I know, we're making your pasta, so do you want to try some? No, okay. We preheated the oven to, I'm not quite sure how many degrees, Meredith, how many degrees was it?
400.
400. And now we're going to put the bacon into the oven.
This is partially what makes it grown up mac and cheese. Alright, so here's our 3 cups of whole milk, which is going to help make the creamy, cheesy sauce. Pour it all in there. And we're going to heat it up before we do the cheese part.
Does it have to be whole milk, Meredith?
And it doesn't. You can use whatever milk you want, but really, you've got so much cheese. Doesn't matter if you use whole milk or not. At this point, it's a lot of cheese and a lot of milk. Now the pasta, after I've tried it, is al dente, and I'm going to drain it into our strainer. So the pasta, isn't filled with water and stuff like that, because you just want to fill it with cheese.
Did you put any oil in the water?
Yes, I did. Now they will not stick together.
All right, that's a good thing.
Okay. Alright.
There's a lot of steam.
Okay, so now next thing we're going to do is we're going to melt some butter and some flour into the pot. Some butter. Into the pot that we're going to make the actual mac and cheese in. So we're going to melt the butter, and then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of flour.
How much butter?
I already added 2 tablespoons.
Oh, you did? Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Alright, so do you want to measure out 2 tablespoons of flour in here?
I would love to. 2 tablespoon going into the pan.
And then we're just going to cook this. We're actually going to whisk it for 2 minutes. Ina instructs. Would you like to whisk?
Sure.
Go ahead and whisk.
Would you like to get a shot of the whisking?
Okay, it's been about 2 minutes, so now we're going to add the warm milk to our butter, butter and flour mixture.
Be fearless in the kitchen.
Whisk, and Andrew's going to keep whisking that.
I'm going to create a whirlpool with the milk.
And you want to keep stirring that until it's nice and smooth and creamy.
Alright, so this is, like you said, 6 ounces of Gruyere.
6 ounces of cheddar.
6 ounces of cheddar, which is obviously the oranger one.
And 8 ounces.
And 8 ounces of Gruyere.
And we're gonna whisk as he puts it in.
Just throw it in there.
It's gonna be very, very cheesy. The last kind of cheese we're gonna add is blue cheese.
Get a close up with this. This smells like crap, but it usually tastes pretty good. It
depends on your taste. So all you want to do is you're going to have the ounce of this, and you're going to crumble it in to your... So Andrew, you can just continue to do that. Alright. You're going to add 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. You can use regular salt if you don't have kosher. About a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. And finally, a pinch of nutmeg. Taking the bacon out of the oven. It's nice and crispy and bubbly. And then we're just gonna remove it from there. And we're gonna place it on a plate lined with paper towels to soak up all the nice grease. Okay, once the bacon is cooled a little bit, you want to break it into pieces.
With your fingers.
With your fingers.
Oh, it's
time
hot.
to add the pasta and the bacon. So here we go. Yum.
All right.
So mix that all together.
Dump it in there.
Here goes the bacon.
There goes your food.
Yum. Yeah, that one.
Our yummy, delicious, grown-up mac and cheese.
So to make our crumb topping, we need 4 slices of regular old white sandwich bread, but you want to take off the crust because you don't want crunch in your crumb topping. And then, after you've cut off the crust, you're just going to break it up into smaller pieces, and you're going to put it in your food processor to make it, you know, crumbly. But you don't want to blend it because then it'll get all soft and mushy. So you just want to blend it until you've got a bit of a crumb going on.
Like breadcrumbs.
Like breadcrumbs for our crumb topping. Okay, so we're just gonna take handfuls and sprinkle all over the top. Make sure you get all over it. And now it's ready for the oven.
Which oven?
This oven. Would you like to put it in? Careful.
Oh, that's hot.
Oh. Alright, and it's gonna bake for about 40 minutes. And voila. Okay.
I smell grown-up mac and cheese.
No!
The next thing we have for you, since we're already making comfort food with mac and cheese, we decided we would make
Butterbeer.
butterbeer. So, of course, to make butterbeer, you need butter. Then we're going to need 4 tablespoons of honey. So I'm just going to guess. Okay, next thing we're going to put in is 3 cups of milk.
Because we're doubling the recipe.
Yeah, we're using partially 2% and partially whole. So we need 4 teaspoons of sugar. And we're also going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. We're going to add our butterscotch. It's about, you know, that much. What we're going to add is 3 teaspoons of unsweetened cocoa powder.
Do you want me to keep whisking?
Yes, keep whisking. I'm going to sift it so that you don't get big chunks. And you're also going to whisk it so that we don't get big chunks because that's kind of gross. And finally, our last ingredient is we're going to do 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Cinnamon also adds amazing flavor.
This freaking butterbeer is the best thing I've ever had. The Brits were on to something.
Is it good?
Whoa. It's hot, but it's really good.
It's really hot and cheesy.
Yum, 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 yum. Oh, it's so good. Oh my god.